Today we're going to be trying the TikTok viral Glycerin Wash and Go. We're going to be demonstrating it. I have the original products that are in the videos from the original creator. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about why I think this wash and go works so well for so many people. But first, hello everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the King, a natural hair channel. If you're not familiar with what the Glycerin Wash and Go is, there's a TikTok creator. I will be real, her name, I see it, I read it, and then it goes out of my memory every single time. So I will link the original creator in the description box so you can go check out her page. She has some videos pinned at the very top that will be very informational. But to sum up the whole thing, soaking wet hair, small sections, smoothing, not raking. You start with a curl cream, you top it with a hard hold gel, and then you glaze everything with a little bit of glycerin. And she's also an air dry girly. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna try it out and see what it do. Oh, and I forgot to add, this also produces, the end result that she gets is a wet look. Y'all remember when the wet look was popular? Yeah, it gives you a wet look. Am I really into the wet look? Not really, but we're trying this today for science. Let me rinse the conditioner out of my hair because I do rinse my hair as I style it at the same time, which is why I am still standing in the shower. Okay, so to get the small sections that they do for this, I'm just going to use my fingers and like part across in a roughly 1-inch row. This is how I part my hair when I put in a set of mini twists, and then I'm going to clip it up. So all of the styling happens on this section before moving on to the next section, which is a little different from how I do my hair. So hopefully my hair doesn't like start to feel dried out while I'm doing this. Okay, so the first product is the curl cream, right? So the curl cream that the creator uses is, oh, can't see it. Okay, so this is the Talia Wajid. I'm just gonna have to read it because the green is like hard to see. Style and Shine curl cream. This is from their kids line. She also has another version of this curl cream that is from outside of the kids line. The creator says that she uses both of these. It's just that she likes the scent of the kids one better. So I went ahead and picked up the kids one because I feel like in a lot of the videos, you most commonly see her using the kids version of this product. Now, the reason why I think that she likes this product so much, and she says to use a generous amount and apply at the roots and pull down, this is a heavy product. This is a heavy product. So I think part of the reason why it works so well in this routine is that, number one, the product is weighing the hair down. Do you see that? Like curl cream don't usually do that. It is a heavy product, even like as I like have it in my hands and stuff, guys. So that's the first thing. And then it has glycerin in it. Glycerin is in the curl cream. And then on top of that, it has this copolymer in it. I think it's a copolymer. I'm not looking at the ingredients. That is known to like super attract water to it. Like it's like, I guess for moisture, and it also will thicken the product as well as a lot of polymers do. So that's the first product, and I think that's why this works. I have seen other people just use other products trying to do this combo with what they have. I love that the girls are resourceful. Resourceful, but I think not picking something that has this quality is probably going to set you down the wrong path to begin with. So there's that. Okay, now let's go into the second product. And the second product is one that I had to order on Amazon, which I think a lot of us Americans are doing. If you go and check out the girl that I'm recommending, she's not based in the US. Anyway, she's not based in the US, and so she's using probably products that are a little bit more accessible to her. But this is the gummy gel. I first heard of this gel when I saw Jen Jackson using it. And it is red, firm hold gel. And it is also a product that is mainly marketed towards men. So it has a smell that smells like it's marketed towards men. It's not super enjoyable, honestly. So she applies the gummy. And in fact, there's like a wax version of this, and then there's another version of the gel that comes in a green container. But the red one, I think, was the exact one that Jen Jackson, the hairstylist, used on her. So I am doing smoothing. I'm not raking my hair, but the hair does fall apart because it's being weighed down so much that it kind of just wants to separate. Okay. And then this is the part here. Oh, I think I forgot to take the thing off before this. Let me use my towel. But this is the glycerin. I am using the Now Solutions glycerin. Y'all, the brand of the glycerin really don't matter. So I saw people using different gel and using different curl creams, but then worrying about the brand of the glycerin. Guys, glycerin is glycerin. The brand that the creator has is probably one that's just locally and easily available to her in her area, right? Most of y'all are US based. So most of you are going to be able to get Now brand glycerin. That's kind of like commonly sold at a lot of like health food spots. Now she doesn't use a lot, so I'm just doing like a pea-sized amount on my fingertip here, and I'm just glazing it over. I'm not really a big fan of like raw ingredients just using, and I feel like the products have glycerin in them, and then this, I don't feel like this step's necessary, but I'm doing it because I'm following directions, okay? She has long hair. I have long hair, and she used that amount. So I'm assuming that that's a okay amount, and that maybe hopefully it made it to the ends of my hair, because there's definitely product that's kind of like blocking the smoothness. So let me let you guys see what the first section looks like, because I am probably gonna cut to save battery I didn't charge. I should have charged my camera before I filmed this, but save battery so that I can move on and show you guys what this looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my head, and we will see. Now, you know good and well, I am not an air dry girly. I am not going to dry this all the way air dried, especially because quite a bit of product was used for this method. It's just a little bit of a different focus. My typical washing go routine is definitely focused on the marrying of water and product, and this washing go routine is definitely more so focused on weight. Weight, and you're not reapplying water, so the product is not being stretched out by water, so you need to use a little bit more product. Thankfully the product is cheap. So I'm going to do a little bit of hood drying, maybe 30 minutes or so, let my hair air dry, and then before I go to bed, I'll do a little bit more drying to make sure the hair is fully dry. There are people who have said that there's a little bit of tackiness from the glycerin, and the guidance has been, hey, you use too much glycerin. But another thing you can do to knock the tackiness off, if that's what you're getting, is to sit under a hair dryer or to use a diffuser if you're someone who's into using a handheld dryer. So I'm going to go do that, and we'll see. Okay, let me set it up for you. It is the day after I did the viral glycerin wash and go. Let me let you see the results. Okay, results. So here it is. Oh, I came too close. Okay, back here. All right. Side. And in the back. I am notorious for not pulling my hair out in the back, y'all. So it should be all down because I actually made that effort this time. I'm not gonna make that effort the next time y'all see the back of my head, I promise you. Okay, so as far as the results, yes, my hair is very soft. Actually, it has a obviously a bit of weight to it. You see? Okay, it's very soft. Typically when you have hair on this level of definition, it's usually not going to be soft. You're going to have a crunchiness. There is no crunchiness, no crispiness, no cast. None of that is going on at all in this hair. Now, I will say that it is a little producty to the touch. I have done very, very minimal, very light dryer time, okay? So I probably will spend a little bit more time, especially now that I've done a lot of the tasks I need to do today. I can spend a little bit more time sitting under the hair dryer just to get that last bit of that product coating off of my hair. It's not horrible, but I just know. I know that there's a little bit of extra product on here. And also the scent actually is quite pleasant. I think it's something about the mixture of the men's gel with the kind of, I don't know, I can't even describe the scent of the kids product, but those two married together produces something that I do quite like the scent of my hair. So I wonder what the original curl product, I still see, you think I would have looked up the name, but I didn't. I wonder what that one smells like, since the creator was like, yeah, I prefer the kids one for the scent. Now I have notes. I have notes. So let me go ahead and get into the notes for you, girl and guy, because I do have men that watch my channel as well, men with hair. Okay, so first of all, the Talia product. The Talia product is very pomade-like. I don't know if that's the best word, but it's kind of pomade-like, okay? Most other curl creams, and a lot of people have tried to sub in different curl creams here. Even I'm going to sub in a different curl cream. Y'all stay tuned for that video in like a week or two. Most of them are not going to have this texture. It's very, very thick. I would say something that possibly could have a similar feel on the hair, not a similar feel in the container, but maybe the Obia Curl Enhancing Custard, because it goes on the hair almost like if you did a wash and go with grease, or if you could do like a pomade type or whatever. That's how it feels when you're smoothing that particular product on the hair, but it doesn't, I don't recall it having that thick feel in the jar. And the thing is, hands over fist or whatever it is, the Talia product is cheaper than the Obia. Obia's product's not super expensive, but the Talia product is definitely inexpensive in comparison, and also easily found at your local like Walgreens or something like that. Okay, so another note, I used a lot of the curl cream. A lot. I'm not even going to tell you exactly how much I used, just know that it was a lot. Okay, that's all you need to know. And a lot of that has to do with the length and the thickness of my hair. So if your hair is not as thick as mine, your hair is not as long as mine, some combo of the two things I just said, you're not going to use as much of this curl cream as I did. But for me to be able to get smooth coverage from the root to the tip, and it's not me just slapping on excess product. Y'all know I don't do that. I applied how much needed to be applied to get the coverage from root to tip. And it was a considerable amount of product. And in fact, because of the thickness of the Talia product, and I didn't really want to rake my hair at all, even though this method does not involve raking, the gummy gel actually added the slip. Like, I didn't feel like I could separate everything out and smooth it or whatever until I added gummy. All right. And then as far as the results, do not expect magic with this particular wash and go combo. I know we see the original creator, her hair kind of like clumps into like a looser curl pattern, kind of seems to be like kind of shiny and stuff like that. But you are only going to get what your hair looks like. Like if you know that you've done like a bomb wash and go and how your hair looks wet in that bomb wash and go, that's what you're going to get. Like, this is what my hair looks like wet if I have a really great wash and go cooking. And like, this is what it looks like before it dries. Like, that's what I got. So you need to know that whatever your hair looks like that, that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get her hair. Okay. Basically, I would also like to give credit to the original creator in cracking how to get a wet look without it being crunchy. I mean, girl, you done figured it out. You done figured it out. It is what it is. But anyway, guys, the other video has not come out yet, so I'm just going to let YouTube pick some videos here based off of your viewing history. I make videos every week, so subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next one.